are comparable to PC from the ranges of a 2060 Super to a 3060 PC. And this thing also has 16 gigabytes of RAM. So why is it PCs that are in the 3060 ranges, the 2060 ranges, the ones that are comparable to the PlayStation, why are they going through such a hard time? What is happening on the back end? Cartel, my people, my babies, my dogs, what's going on with y'all boys, man? You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Golden Ghost, and welcome back to the Golden Ghost Cartel. And today I want to talk some Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, but not in the same way that I have been. You see, up till this point, I've been playing the game, enjoying the game, glazing storm, which is the whole reason why I'm playing this game in the first place. The whole shebang, you feel me? But it's something that has been looming over my head like a shadow that I haven't really been talking about, because I don't really know how I wanted to tackle something like this, where the case was something that I was enjoying, but literally everyone else on the same platform that I was playing on despised it, and likely will for the foreseeable future until enough patches come to fix that initial issue. I am of course referring to the PC port of Marvel Tokon. I'll be honest though, originally I was going to leave this topic alone completely, but it was just that one caveat that kept continuing to bug me. From the complaints in the beta to the refunds and current word of mouth of the game now, I never really had any problems with the PC version of Marvel. On the beta, my experience was seamless. When the connections rolled back, it was never to the point of unplayability, and the only times I ever really had an issue is when I got in a room match and played against people on Wi-Fi. I genuinely can't combo in this shit. I genuinely can't move in this shit. Yo! What the fuck, gang? Nah, bro. Why your connection so dusty, bro? And it's been like that for me the entire time. When I play wired against someone, on wired it feels great. Then another thing I noticed is that a lot of people who were complaining about that were either using older hardware or trying to play a fighting game on their laptop, or did a lot of other things on their PC that contributed to the experience of it being bad. So it had me ready to blow off this topic, but that's the whole thing. This wasn't a small pocket of people. This was so many people. Even Maximilian. You're not gonna sit here and tell me that Maximilian got no doo-doo PC, dog.
The PC version is just, it's too frustrating. It's too frustrating running a gambit of this even working, to being really frustrating, to knowing that the PlayStation version, you can only play PlayStation people and be completely fine. So yeah, I think I'm good.
Like when this man's uninstalled it on the PC port, bro, it really had me feeling like I'm like one of 10 people that can actually play this thing on the platform. So now I'm intrigued, and I decided to, you know, document my game so that way I could do a stress test of these ports to figure out what was wrong with the PC port exactly, to see if I could find anything that was wrong on my end. I documented my games from the beta, the launch, the current patch, and my most recent matches that I had to see if my connection or the game performance would dip on PC. I'm still yet to find a game that's over 100 ping that's not on Wi-Fi. The main takeaway from this data though is just to show you that I didn't have no issues with the connection though. Like I said, I've never dropped a combo due to the instability of the game during matches, and my game has never crashed, not a single time in all versions of the game, in all patches. I haven't had a single crash. There's potentially many reasons for this could be. You know, I could just be in a very special position. My PC specs are future proof, which I will get into in a second, and I purposely do not play against Wi-Fi players. I go out of my way to avoid Wi-Fi players because I'm not just trying to deal with that, man, because the one time I did try to deal with it, had a bad time. So I'm like, let me not play no Wi-Fi players, bro. But on the same breath, I'm not gonna sit here and say that 20,000 players have dirtbag PCs. I'm not gonna sit there and do that. I want to be fair, and to be fair, the port isn't perfect because I took some notes whenever I did see an issue with the PC version of the game, and I made sure to add them to my notes and to be sure to mark them down for the specific video. Three main issues that I had were the registered teams will always reset or not save whenever I was done with a play session. Whenever I would log off, be done with my PC for the day or whatever, I would come back down here to my setup, boot everything up, fire up Marvel Tokon, and then my registered team will be gone as if I never made one in the first place. That's a problem. The next problem is, for whatever reason, I just can't calculate the times in which this happens. Sometimes it just happens from the first time I try to go into rank. Other times it happens when I go into practice mode and trying to practice with a certain team, then try to go into ranked with another thing. But for whatever reason, when I hop into the training part to wait for ranked or casual matches, it'll load me up with a team that I don't plan to fight with. My team as of right now is Storm, Black Panther, Blade, and Danger. So why is it that when I go to queue up for ranked or queue up for even casuals, and they putting me with Captain America, with a Captain America team? You know, it just doesn't make too much sense. And that's an issue, because what if I want to practice or lab a situation? What if I want to hop in there and actually try to, you know, warm myself up and get my combos down, and I can't because it's loaded up with a different team? And yes, you can just go into the pause menu and go in there and reselect all your characters and stuff, but that joint is tedious, bro. I would rather, like, that's mad tedious. It's annoying to do that every single time you finish a match, and then it puts you back in there with a whole different team again, and I gotta go in there and select the same 4 characters again because my registered team isn't registered no more for some reason, and I just gotta keep dealing with that the entire time. Like, that's just tedious for a session. Like, I want to go in there, practice my combos, search for the match, and then find the match. Speaking of searching for the match, why does it take so long on the PC version to find a game? Don't get me wrong, majority of people are on PlayStation, but bro, waiting 25 to 30 minutes for a game is absurdity. Like, that's nasty work, bro. I don't understand that. Like, you gotta understand, this is Dead or Alive 6 levels of waiting for a game. This is WWE 2K levels of finding for a game. I'm speaking from experience on both of them when I say that. But was that just it? Do you really just need like a super strong computer to justify getting a game on PC in an economy where RAM is on the verge of outpricing the average fighting game fan? Well, to answer that question, I need to get my hands on the PlayStation copy and find out. And that's where this thing gets a little more interesting. I didn't stream last weekend when I initially planned to, but instead I was off the grid. I have been stress testing the PlayStation version of Marvel Tokon that I got thanks to game sharing with my brother. Shout out to my brother. I was in them rank streets. I managed to push myself up to a platinum rank, and a couple things stood out to me immediately. For one, this game has cross progression, which is nice. I'm not gonna lie, it's real nice having that cross progression. I assume that's because you need a PlayStation account just to log in, so it just kind of just carries over all that data. It's one small pro out of all the cons that PC gamers have for this direction. Me personally, I totally understand why you wouldn't want to make a PSN account, but for me, my situation is unique in the sense that in this instance, since I have been playing PlayStation since like the PS4, and have been in the process of moving to PC as of like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I still am pretty active on my PlayStation account, you know, so it wasn't really much of anything for me to just link that to my stuff, but I can definitely understand why somebody wouldn't want to do that. Outside of that, there's one more thing that really stuck out to me. The gameplay experience on PlayStation in comparison to my PC was exactly the same, and I mean that on all accounts. Like, literally, like, the game against wired players feels seamless, where Wi-Fi players, I'd rather not waste my time, especially in an open lobby and room areas. Even against other PC players, that when they were on wired, it wasn't an issue. And this is why I started to scratch my head, because I have a 6-year-old digital edition PlayStation I got back in 2020, back during the days where the only way you could really get your hands on them were from a scalper, right? The CPU and GPU specs are comparable to PC from the ranges of a 2060 Super to a 3060 PC. And this thing also has 16 gigabytes of RAM in it. The PC that I am recording this video on right now, the PC that I play Marvel Tokon on right now, is a 5070 with 32 gigabytes of RAM. So why is it PCs that are in the 3060 ranges, the 2060 ranges, the ones that are comparable to the PlayStation, Why are they going through such a hard time? What is happening on the back end? What is going on in the background to where a 5070 with 32 gigabytes of RAM feels like it's the requirement to be able to play versus playing on a console that's comparable to a 3060? This tells me that for the PC version specifically, like I've been kind of alluding to, there's something under the hood that Sony has added, forcing the PC to attempt to overperform in order to get that same experience that should be possible on a 3060 PC rig setup. Not a laptop, not a laptop. I don't know why people try to play any fighting game on a laptop that's not like a mid to low end fighting game. Like things like DOA, you could play that on a laptop. You can get away with that on a laptop. Like, don't be out here trying to play Tekken on no laptop. Like, bro, come on, man. Another reason I've drawn this conclusion is the fact that the glitches from the PC version are on the console too. The same issue with loading up rank that your team isn't there when you enter practice mode. Oh my god, man. The insanely long wait times to find games, and there's no excuse on the console version now. There's no excuse. There's so many people on the console version in comparison to the PC version. This is actually a little bit worse than I thought, because this whole 20 minutes I had set up the thing for the rank match, and when I was in the rank match, this whole little 20-minute stretch that I saved on here, was was me trying to look for a rank match, and the rank match search thing wasn't even popped up on the screen at all, bro. I was just sitting there just collecting up dust, collecting up space, bro, just training. And don't get me wrong, I like training, but I was waiting on a rank match. And to show y'all that I'm not bullshitting, let's see, let's go a little bit further up. I researched again. Or where'd I go? I went to Asgard, didn't I? Yep. You can see I couldn't find no match. So I couldn't find no match in the regular rank mode. So I took my ass to the open lobby. But for whatever reason, my connection in the area that I'm at is the lowest bar connection. Everything else is a 5 bar, but I digress, bro. I digress. And then even the complete erasure of the registered teams in between play sessions. That problem's there too. So these aren't just port problems. Sony legitimately did something to this game on the back end for the PC version. And I'm not going to sit here and try to blame it all on anti-cheat, because this is the same anti-cheat that was used for another fighting game that I play called Virtual Fighter 5 World Stage. That anti-cheat is there too, and that anti-cheat has no bearing over that game's performance neither. That game runs just fine. All the easy anti-cheat does, as far as I know, outside of the whole anti-cheat purpose, is it makes the game harder to mod, which is honestly a whole different conversation. That's a whole different bag of worms that we could get into another day. But it still really begs the question why Sony would even do this. I have no concrete idea, but if I were to put my conspiracy hat on, I would say it's to get as many people off the Steam version and on the PlayStation version as possible, given how they want to already pull their exclusives away from Steam anyway, and then given the whole digital controversy that they have been going on, that's been brewing for the last however many months at this point. They don't put themselves in and continue to double down on this whole that they want to force your favorite games on PSN, whether they be physical or digital, but they want to like keep you committed to that PlayStation network, so that way you can just be a good boy and, you know, play it until you forget that there's no more disc, because they're already trying to double down on that idea. When these games do start coming out and they're digital only, and the only way you can buy physical is you get a little code for them, sunk cost fallacy is a real thing. What's important at this point is that ArcSys is doing all they can to rectify this problem for PC at the current point. They've been making multiple patches at this point, and I'm also happy that not only they're doing their due diligence to try and make this a good experience for PC, but I'm happy to know that there are players out here with voices that are presenting good ideas in order to help solve the PC issue.
It's good for me. Like, I don't know, I'm chilling. I was like, bro, I could see it on your screen. And then he turned the game down from like quadruple optimal max settings, and then suddenly he has 60 FPS, and I was like, oh. But this is the problem with it, right? Is that most people will not know it's them. Like, the only games I can think of that have benchmarks are like MK, KI, and Street Fighter 4 for some reason, not 5 or 6. So lots of people just play the game and they can't tell that they're dropping frames, which is wild to me because I notice immediately if I'm dropping frames. You know what's fucked up, Horace, is I see people posting like Twitter tech, and I can see that the game is lagging in their Twitter tech, and I'm like, this motherfucker is gonna boot up and try to hit this shit online. Biggest problem with this game, to me, straight up, the matchmaking is exactly like Guilty Gear Strive, and I mean that in the worst possible way. Horrendous. If you tried to queue up for a match this weekend, on launch weekend, with all of these people on, 3 to 5 times the player base of Guilty Gear Strive, it takes 10, 15, 20 minutes to get a match. I watched Slash try to play ranked. He played 3 sets in 2 hours. Literally unplayably slow. Click 2x KO. As my finger is descending to click find match, it goes boom, instantly I have a match. I boot up Street Fighter, I click find match, instantly find a match. In this game, I can wait like 15 minutes and not even have a match that I can accept. The strength of fighting game is that you only need one other person to play a match. So getting you in and out of matches as fast as possible is one of the highlights of the genre.
That nigga spitting. Sajam cameo aside, I also been hearing about people wanting to add a benchmark test, and I wholeheartedly agree with this, bro. They need a benchmark test before you play online, and just to give you the best things possible for the online experience at this point. Because even after we find a direct solution to whatever it is on the back end that's causing all stress on PCs, and then how to optimize that to make the experience just seamless for everybody, that's another thing I forgot to mention too. Even though I have a 5070, I do not run this game on max settings. I have it on high. I don't have it on max, but I have them on high. I turned it down a little bit because I'm like, I don't know about max. That may also be a contributing factor as well. You might just need to pull your settings down some, and in order to run it online well. And a benchmark test will be able to do just that, and it'll be able to do it for you without the need of you having to dig through your settings and find out what to turn down and what not to turn down. Most people like to just hop on and play without all the extra nonsense, and I wholeheartedly I understand. The loading pre-shaders was a great thing to do at the start. That was a great little workaround at the start that people was coming up with, but that wasn't solving the whole problem. However, the patches have been received well. Still hasn't fixed all the problems for everyone, but it's been working out for a lot of people. But I believe if Arxis does this benchmark test on top of continuing to monitor and fix the CPU and GPU RAM usage issues that's going on in the back end, whatever Sony did, if they can tone that down enough and optimize it enough to where everybody's able to play the game within the specs that it was intended to be played on, it may not bring everyone back to the PC port, but what it will at least do is stop the bleeding, stop the bad word of mouth, stabilize the remaining PC player base, and over time restore the word of mouth by the later seasons of the game. And that's all I got for today, man. If y'all enjoy this type of content, y'all want to see more, man, you already know what to do. Leave a like, comment, share with your friends, all that good stuff. Hit the hype button. That stuff helps me a lot, man. And as always, subscribe for some more from the Golden Ghost Cartel. Let me know in the comments what you guys think Arxis needs to do, or what if Sony ever intends on fixing it. I don't think Sony's gonna fix this shit, bro. It's gonna be on Arxis. What do you guys think that Arxis needs to do in order to fully optimize this for everybody, man? Get in the comment box, let me know how you guys feeling about this, man. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. GGC, we're the best team in the league. Now I'll catch you guys in the next video. Deuces.